Hey, I've been living with the 98 QM8K every day for weeks, so let me talk to you like someone who's felt what it actually does to your living room, not just admired specs on paper. You're the kind of person who notices when visuals feel flat or sound feels thin. You see a scene trying to be cinematic and you feel something missing, a sense of presence, depth, immersion that matches what your eyes are telling you. Once you notice that gap, you can't ignore it, and once you experience quality that fills that gap, you stop settling. Before anything else, check the current price and stock. TVs like this, especially in the 98-inch Mini LED class with real performance, don't remain stable in availability. Waiting usually means paying more later or ending up with something smaller or weaker than what you actually wanted. There's always a clear moment when it hits you that your old setup isn't enough anymore. For me, it was during a movie night. A big action scene unfolded and it looked gorgeous, but the image felt detached from the sound, and the emotional punch just wasn't there. I kept turning up volume, kept leaning forward, kept trying to coax something more out of it, that nagging frustration that tells you you've outgrown compromise. The first time you power on this screen, something shifts. It's not just bigger. Colors feel deeper, contrast feels purposeful, and movements feel smoother instead of jagged. HDR pops without bloating highlights. The wide viewing angles actually stay rich from every seat, so everyone feels included instead of everyone fighting for the sweet spot. That's relief, when sight and sound finally sync instead of competing. You feel it in everyday viewing, wave after wave of shows that now look like they were meant for a screen this size. Sports feel immediate, like you're courtside or on the field instead of watching through a window. Gaming feels sharp and responsive. Those high refresh rates keep motion clean and intentional, so you're not chasing blur. Even casual TV feels more intentional because the visuals finally match the quality you already sensed it deserved. This isn't about pixels alone. It's the way it presents them: Mini LED contrast that feels alive instead of washed out, anti-reflective surface that actually works so glare doesn't steal your scenes, and Google TV that feels smooth and natural instead of sluggish. Dolby Atmos support makes audio feel like it belongs to the image instead of trailing behind it. It feels like a system designed for experience, not just numbers. Don't assume prices or stock will stay friendly. Displays of this scale and capability get attention, and hesitation usually ends with compromise later. If you're hesitating because absolutely massive TVs seem overwhelming, here's the reframing: this one doesn't dominate your space arrogantly, it lives in it. It feels intentional, like it belongs there because it was built to transform how you interact with every kind of content, not just the big stuff. One surprise you don't notice until you live with it is how much smoother motion feels across everything you watch. Action, sports, gaming, they all feel cleaner, not frantic. That clarity makes you use it more, not less. Owning this changes how you think about your space. You don't watch TV through it anymore. You watch TV with it. Picture detail feels alive and deep contrast feels intentional, and rich motion stays smooth and confident. Wide view stay true from every seat. Every scene feels immersive and full. It's not the cheapest display out there. If wall space is limited, size might feel imposing at some point. You stop comparing lesser choices. You stop tolerating compromises. You choose what genuinely satisfies, and every time you glance at weaker screens, you come right back here because this already feels right. Check the price and availability now. Decide while this configuration still makes sense, so this isn't one of those upgrades you delay and quietly regret later.